Kenneth Gardens is a municipal housing estate located in Umbilo, which provides subsidized housing to approximately 1,500 to 1,800 individuals and families who are unable to access market-related housing. It is the largest housing estate in Durban. Kenneth Gardens, almost since its beginning, has been renowned as a place that is beleaguered with a wide range of social problems, such as alcohol and drug abuse, domestic violence, unemployment, and poor educational achievements. In addition, a large portion of the residents have at least one member of their family with a serious physical or mental illness. There is almost no apparent intervention from government welfare or health agencies within Kenneth Gardens. As a result, informal networks of home-based care providers have been established to try and meet the basic needs of the sick and elderly living in Kenneth Gardens within limited medical equipment and medication. The individuals who provide voluntary home-based care within Kenneth Gardens are often the only source of assistance for residents with health-related needs.
Senzokuhle was named after we had a health wellness day launching. We were launching the health wellness day, and then we started to have a committee. Then we named Senzokuhle, and we registered this project as an NPO in 2010. So we have a registered certificate for it. Then I was motivated because of that. Because the King Edward is not taking, then I decided to do this because people are sick. And then I decided myself that I will help those who are sick. That is when I started this.
Homeopathy is a different kind of approach where it's an individual, so we take each patient as an individual and treat them individually and give them individual remedies. So we treat everything from eczema to arthritis to teething to all sorts of things. So we come once a week to see the patients and give them homeopathic medication.
One of the things that's quite notable is the absence of good sort of primary clinical health care in the city. And as of course you get more and more people living here, especially people who are, and I don't even want to use the word, poverty-stricken, economically depressed. The bottom line is the line where affordable health care is now that much higher. The bottom line is we still need to be able to get access to health care. My own experience with homeopathy has been, dare I say, life-changing. In terms of having the clinic, as you might say in America, it's a no-brainer. It really shouldn't have to be debated. It should just be augmented.
In the outside clinics, we basically do a home call basis. So we go into the indigents that can't make it down to the clinic themselves, and then we have the clinic itself where the guys come through and we treat pretty much anything that walks through the door, or that we find in home visits as well. It ranges from neurological dysfunction, stroke, cardiovascular diseases, right through the spectrum, mental incapacitation, depression, right through to sort of suicidal, homicidal sort of tendencies, drug abuse, diabetes, pretty much the entire spectrum.
Are there any challenges the clinic faces?
Well, as you saw, it's very busy. Inside there's only one room, and with everyone trying to consult at the same time, it gets very hectic.
I can walk better than I could.
Now, she is much better. She is much better now.
Oh.
She can walk to the kitchen.
I can walk as long as I'm leaning onto something. Before I couldn't stand up, I couldn't talk.
And there is a need for nutrition checking and just the basics of primary health care. And that's what we ultimately want to provide here. But there's a lot of good being done through homeopathy. And just with the support that the guys get, that they're not alone, that they are there, there's a lot of counselling. We've been very, very fortunate to be able to establish here and get the support of the community here to the extent that we have. In fact, now, the clinic is pretty much fully busy, which is actually quite unusual for this sort of setting where it's all voluntary and there's nothing really for free. You're not really offering them anything like if they're on chronic meds, we're not taking that cost away from them. So it's actually an additional sort of effort. And if you see it there, you can see that sort of the commitment from them is quite high. Biggest issue is obviously within the home visits is the fines of space, and trying to get a professional sort of examination done in that environment with, they seldom live alone, they seldom have a unique room to themselves, etc., etc. And then again in the clinic we have exactly the same issue. The entire clinic is really only the size of an average lounge, and within that small space we're trying to accommodate a whole lot of modalities together, which are all required, but it does mean that there's no privacy and there's no consultative privacy either, which can be quite limiting in terms of what we can extract from our client base and how we can give them care. Probably the biggest limitation we as homeopaths have here is the size of our dispensaries, but pretty much limited to the size of a suitcase, and we have no herbal support, so we really do have our hands tied. And although we do see amazing results in a lot of our patients, there's many of our patients that we don't see improve because we're not really able to give them the full spectrum of care that alternative medicine should be able to provide them. And of course they have the limitations that their hospital visits are also very, very difficult. Many of them battle to sort of feed themselves, never mind pay for transport to go to hospital. Many of them are using wheelchairs that pretty much should be on a scrappy, but are kind of the only sort of mode of transport there. So it's quite demoralizing to see the limitations that we face here every single time that we come. But within the limitations we have, we do the best we can.
I definitely think so. I think the people are very open to homeopathy, and I think that it's made their lives a lot easier. We've got a lot of friends here that come on a regular basis, and it for them has been huge. I think it's been a very big step.
There are people who regularly come to this clinic and they report that they get well, it is helping them. They appreciated the homeopathy.